Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
It's amazing what a few weeks of pent-up energy just explodes onto
You
the
see
screen.
You see how I brought it? I brought the juice.
You did. My God. I'm hyped. I'm hyped now. Let's do this.
Let's do this. You ready for like 7 or 8 topics of nothing?
That's the show. That's kind of what the show is, though.
Yeah, you're right. There's no meat here. Like,
Yeah.
it's just imitation. It's just imitation meat here.
We're all fluff. We're all fluff.
Like,
It's all good.
you're not coming here to have a beef Wellington. You're getting the Josh version, which is a corn dog.
Yeah. We're just like cotton candy. We dissolve the moment we touch your lips. Just gone.
Can I tell you a funny thing about cotton candy? It has nothing to do with anything.
Well, that's like I said. That's
the show.
Go for it. Do it, man. Do it.
Kayfabe. There was a Red Bull replenisher person at my workplace, and he was putting out this new winter flavor you might see in the white can at the stores at the wherever Red Bull's dispensed from.
Yes.
It's some sort of vanilla berry, I think is what the guy told me. In Europe, this is actually marketed as cotton candy, but they can't call it cotton candy in America because it would be too, marketed towards children. So it's vanilla berry. But it tastes just like cotton candy, apparently.
Yeah. It's called candy floss in the UK. It's a weird
Candy floss, okay. Which is, that's what cotton candy is, right?
I guess so. But it's weird. They name stuff weird.
They spell things weird.
They have a weird naming convention. They do. They add a U to words. Color with a U? Huh?
I mean, sometimes I'll say color with a U to make myself sound more important.
Yeah. We can always tell. We can always tell when you say the word color. The U is just right there. We just tell.
Actually, you know what? The only word that I emphasize any kind of a U in, besides I guess umbrella, unisex, is jaguar.
Jaguar. Well, because that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, but I don't know what a jaguar is.
Well, that's the American enunciation. Aluminum is aluminium, right? There's a right way and a wrong way.
I mean, I suppose so.
Aluminium.
Whatever, tomato. As far as that one goes.
Exactly. Yeah. How's your tomatoes and tomatoes, man? How's it been?
Francis. There was a big shift in the nation last week. Something was, there was people that were ready for change. They thought it was a permanent thing, and
big goings on.
What's that?
A big goings on.
Yes, but people were really excited for this thing to be, for this change, and this thing was taken away from many of us. Quietly. Just quietly, it was announced very quietly. It was taken away very quietly. I'm not sure if you're aware, Francis, if you've been living under a rock for the last week or so. But
no, I'm very aware. Very aware.
But for everybody else that may be or have been living under a rock. But this is important. We all need to talk about this. Taco Bell has taken away the double-decker taco.
Okay,
Yeah.
a bit over. I knew this was a topic coming up. I was like,
Look,
how
man,
long
it
do I
took me
go?
like the better part of a fucking good week to come up with this bit. All right.
It's a good bit. It's a good bit. Yeah, no, I love the double decker taco. Uh, I'm a little surprised they got rid. I mean, I get it. It's like, but it kept the hard taco shell from breaking because you have the soft outer shell to keep
I mean,
it all in
sometimes they just gave you the fucked up broken shell because there was the soft bed of beans and tortilla underneath it.
Yeah,
But you didn't
that
care.
foundation. Oh,
You didn't care because
I guess so.
it was soft and crunchy at the same time.
I love that. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, but
I
no.
want more of that. If anything, I want more of that.
I mean, like, I didn't know they had taken away the tostada. I thought that was just something that Taco Bell just had, but apparently it's back. That's nothing.
Back a couple of weird.
A tostada is nothing to celebrate. That's just a flat taco.
Okay. Yes, you're not wrong. As I die.
What do you put on a tostada that's different from a taco?
The same exact stuff.
Exactly. It's just all you did was just make a taco more hard to eat and messier to eat because you take one bite of a tostada and all the rest of it's on the floor, in your lap, or on the plate.
I actually thought a tostada was a Mexican pizza, right? Like the Mexican. Well, I don't know if the Mexican pizza came back, but that was the thing for a while. Was the Mexican pizza?
They brought it back. I think it's a permanent thing again.
Okay,
but it's different
So,
because
like,
now they don't like deep fry the fucking thing. Now they give you this like health conscious, rice cake of a tostada shell thing.
yeah, I guess so.
Like, give me the fat back, I already made the bad decision of going to Taco Bell. I'm not going there to eat good.
You don't eat Taco Bell.
Not that often.
You don't eat Taco Bell.
Not that often.
Yeah. Nobody really. No offense to anyone, but nobody really eats Taco Bell.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why they're open until 2:30. 2:30, not 2:30.
Yeah.
So they can get the late night bars closing. Exactly.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. There's a Taco Bell near me, and they're usually pretty busy, so I shouldn't say that nobody eats Taco Bell. But like, I don't know a lot of people prefer like Wendy's or like, I don't know, real Mexican food versus Taco Bell. So I'm just like a little surprised that Taco Bell made the news at all.
Francis, there's a lot of restaurants for some reason that made the list this week. I don't know why. It's a restaurant themed week, I guess. I know
some of the restaurants you're talking about, so I'm excited. I like some of the restaurants you're about to talk about. So
well, let's talk about them since we're kind of talking about it.
Sure, let's go.
So, where to begin? IHOP and Applebees. People you wouldn't even think knew each other, lived in the same neighborhood, or even in the same city for that matter. But for some reason, they're shaking hands, and there's going to be one somewhere in Francis' backyard area, in the greater part of LA. There's going to be a test Applebee's IHOP combination restaurant.
Now, does it have a name?
I just told you.
Apple Hop? What was it?
Applebee's / IHOP.
No, it doesn't have. No, it doesn't have like a special name that's gonna come.
Look, man,
like
I saw the fucking article and I saw the thing on Fox 11 out in your area, and it said it's just gonna be an Applebee's IHOP. They haven't come up with a kitschy name yet, but maybe you should go throw your dick on the fucking Applebee's IHOP table and be like, look at that.
Yeah, it's like the Popeye, or not the Popeyes, the KFC Pizza Huts that
Yeah, but
exist.
that I mean, they're all. What is that? The Yum Corporation or Fun
Yum,
Foods,
yum,
Yum Foods, or something like that.
yeah.
So that
In
kind
other
of
words,
makes
Pepsi.
sense. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, ultimately, right?
ultimately.
Yeah, but like I can't think of like Applebee's like gimmick, um, like their gimmick thing. Like I think everything there is Jack Daniels, isn't it?
No, that was
Like, or is that TGI Fridays?
TJ Fridays. Yeah, it was Jack
Okay,
Daniels.
okay,
Applebee's, theirs the were appetizers was their thing.
okay.
They were the appetizer place, or apps as they like to call them,
The
the
apps.
apps.
So you need to get some apps and some waffles. That's weird.
Well, IHOP is known more. Yeah, IHOP obviously for pancakes and breakfast, but they're also known for being open like 24 hour. Like they're one of the few
Right.
24-hour restaurants. So maybe
Yeah, I
they'll
mean,
just turn Applebee's into a 24-hour restaurant or something.
I
Uh,
don't trust when I go to the Apple, not the Applebee's, when I go to the IHOP, and you go like past page, I don't know, 3, I don't really trust you. You just instilled distrust in my friendship or relationship with you.
they serve steaks at an IHOP. They serve
Yeah,
like
and there's
weird.
eggs supposed to be on top of it, not fucking green
Uh,
beans and fucking mashed potatoes.
That's
You don't
true.
go to IHOP to
Yeah,
get dinner foods. If you go there and get anything other than breakfast, you're a weirdo.
I have in the past gone to an IHOP, and I have had breakfast there, and I do recall, and it stood out because I'm like, why are you guys eating a salad? And at an IHOP, you're defeating the purpose of an IHOP. The purpose of an IHOP is to eat greasy, delicious breakfast foods, not
Right.
a salad. Why are you
And
eating a
also,
salad?
why are you going out and getting something to eat at a restaurant that you can make at home? The whole point of getting something at a restaurant is to get something that you can't make at home,
True, true.
which
I
is
agree.
my big argument to, you know, going out and getting pasta. But, I get it. People like pasta.
It's pasta.
What?
How many go? There's only one pasta place that exists nowadays. That's a restaurant. There are not a lot of pasta places that exist that are restaurants. I don't think. At least not here.
Okay,
We
fair.
have
But
one. We have Olive Garden. That's it.
okay.
That's it.
Well, you have that fucking. Well, okay. There's that restaurant we went to at the restaurants of Disneyland or whatever it was called.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. But that's Disney. Okay, that's downtown Disney.
That's
Downtown
what it was.
Disney to
Downtown
me.
Disney. And I remember asking the guy, I was like,
Yeah.
"Can you put anything else besides fucking spaghetti noodles on my plate?" And he's just like, "No." Okay.
Hi Pearl. She says it wasn't an IHOP, but I met an online friend at a place like that, and he got salad. I never spoke to him again.
Good call. Good call. Good call.
Good. Yes,
Um,
you're doing the right thing, Pearl. You're doing
I,
the right
I,
thing.
I
You don't
took a,
talk to someone who eats salad.
I took a lady out to a steakhouse, and it was a kitschy gimmicky steakhouse. It wasn't so it's not like a
Right.
Morton's or something like that. I can't even think is that even a nice place.
That is a nice. It's a very fancy. Yeah.
So this place, if for instance, if you had worn a tie to this place, they would have cut it off. That's kitschy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
so
either way,
I know that place. Yeah, we have a place like that. Yeah.
but I was in high school, right? It's the best steak place I can afford was this kitschy ass place.
Sure.
Anyway, the lady, she orders, not only did she order well done, but when the steak came out, she asked for ketchup. And I'm like, what are you getting ketchup for? You got a baked potato, you got some veggies, and a big old slab of overcooked meat. Where's this ketchup going? And she put ketchup
The meat.
on the meat. And I almost made her pay. I was
I
disgusted.
grew up. Actually grew up because my parents were very scared of not well cooked meat. So I ate steaks as a child, mostly well done for most of my childhood until I was old enough to afford my own steaks, and I was with someone, and they're like, no, 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 no. You get it medium rare. At the very least, medium.
Mm-hmm.
Very least medium. But you go medium rare. I'm like, are you sure? Isn't it going to be bad for you? I'm like, no. They're like, trust me. I had it. I never went back.
I was like,
medium rare.
fast forward to 2016. There I am on a 17, something like that, sitting at a table in Seattle with Francis eating raw meat that's been spritzed with some fucking lemon juice, and it's got some capers or some shit in it, or something. I don't know what it was, but it was delicious. And the tapeworm that came with it was great as well. Keeps me nice and thin.
I wanted to introduce you to it. I think we discussed it at the table, and I'm like, have you ever had steak tartare? You didn't, so we had to have some.
Yeah, it was great. I'd do it again.
Yeah,
I'd totally do it again.
I almost thought you were gonna tell me that in 2016 that I went and got a well done steak. I'm like, I didn't. How dare you blaspheme me? I never would get a well done steak.
No.
No.
That was in 2015. No.
Like it was either steak tartare or one of the 17 Subway sandwiches we could have had.
Yeah.
Because that was the place with all the Subways, right? Like where Subway was.
One of the guys that I work with is spent a lot of time in Seattle, and I brought that up. I was like, "What's with all the Subways around the convention center?" And he's like, "Dude, I don't know."
It's weird.
It is.
It's weird.
Like I'm not joking. I think there's 5 in and around the convention center.
Well, there's one inside for sure.
There's one inside.
There's like one every block.
There's basically there's it's like you thought there'd be Starbucks on every corner in Seattle. No, it's Subways.
Yeah.
And Seattle's best.
Oh yeah. Which apparently doesn't exist anymore. So
No.
Here you go.
Well, look at me bringing up old shit.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's
It's almost been 10 years.
Oh, geez.
It's almost been 10 years.
Well, it's almost been 10 years since we were last there anyway. So there you go.
Yeah.
So what else we got here that's restaurant themed? There was something else here. Let me look. Looking at notes. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Target.
yeah,
Target.
Oh.
Yeah, they're always trying to do things different.
Target. Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Yes, they are trying to do things different. They have one of the few department stores or whatever you call them. No, it's not a department store. Whatever it is, with like a Starbucks in there. Like they have like a little Starbucks usually or a food court in there.
Yeah, I mean they always have had something though. I mean, you remember back in the old Target days, like the way back, I think your childhood, and you can get like the hot air popcorn. You know, some of the spots. Maybe they had an A&W restaurant type of thing inside, or some sort of a McDonald's. No, that was more Walmart. That was always, it was some sort of, like a Little Caesars. We always had a Little Caesars. It was like Walmart had McDonald's.
They had McDonald's, yeah.
Fitting.
That's how they competed. They competed by like what restaurant restaurant do you want to have in your store? Oh, okay.
What food smells do you want to permeate through your store?
Ugh.
Yeah, I think there was a Subway. There was a Subway at a Walmart for a little while.
There was, yes, yeah. Some different. The one near me, it started off as like those generic, like, oh, we serve like you said, popcorn, hot dogs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then it was Pizza Hut. Then it was Subway, and now it's Starbucks. So it's been through a few iterations.
Well, maybe this is where the story's going. Maybe this is where the aspect of the story is coming from. But I saw an article where Target is thinking about starting a bar inside the store, which, on one hand, fucking stupid. On the other hand, the genius, because What are white wealthy women supposed to do when they have nothing else to do all day but get drunk, day drink at Target instead of getting drunk and then going to Target?
No, they go, the white wealthy women go to Nordstrom or whatever.
Okay, well,
Nordstrom Rack.
Having
I guess
worked
they go
for
to Target.
Nordstrom Rack,
I'm just saying.
I can tell you, having worked at the Rack, if you might be ghetto fabulous if you're fucking shopping at the Rack.
I will give you that actually because it's the Rack. You're right. Nordstrom proper is where they go, but the Rack is for the peons like us. We go to the Rack because it's all the stuff that they discontinued.
Mm-hmm.
Get it every
out of season, Francis. It is out of season. It is not discontinued. This is Nordstrom we're talking about here. It's out of season.
Out of season.
This isn't Best Buy.
Well, look, of movie theaters recently in the last 5 to 10 years added a bar to the theater.
That is true.
Theater, which is like the worst place you could put a bar because who needs a belligerent, screaming, drunkard watching a movie?
You already have,
right?
in some cases, some cities more than others, people that are already screaming at the theater, at the screen, or causing a commotion or shooting.
Yeah.
That's here. Yeah, let's not throw alcohol in there too. I mean, the couple of the theaters that I go to, they do serve alcohol, and I'm just like, I don't get it. They gotta leave here. There's a grocery store near me that has a bar. What the fuck? Really?
So Pearl has one that has one. So yeah.
What state and city does Pearl live in? Because that is insane to me.
Here in LA, we have what's called Gelson's, and I believe they also have a wine bar in their grocery store.
So you can sit there in the produce section with your cart that has a little little wine flute just chilling.
Well, yeah, Gelson's is the hoity-toity supermarket, where if you go down a block to the Target, you can get a bottle of water for $1.50, but there's $3 because it's a Gelson's bottle of water, right? Like that kind of thing. That's just kind of
at the end of the day, it's just fucking water that is bottled and it's like came out of the LA River and they just processed it.
It's got Arnie DNA from Terminator 2. It's still mingling in that water.
Yeah.
In the LA River. Yeah. So it's that kind of place. So I don't know. So I'm really surprised. Because I don't think a lot of grocery stores in a lot of states would have a bar. But Target is not just a grocery store. It's like it's everything.
It is.
So like,
I wish more grocery stores would realize that places like Target and Walmart exist. And I like when I go to the grocery store and I get lost because I'm a dude, right? And I end up in some aisle and I'm like, what the fuck? There's like a trailer. You could buy a trailer hitch here. Like, what the hell? What does that got to do with groceries?
Oh, at Target?
No, at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Or like you could get like a. Oh,
that is weird.
You're frozen. I can hear you, but you're frozen. But like.
Oh. Scooby Doo.
That's a new one. Never heard that. No, and you're back. Nope, you're frozen. Anyway, it's just weird.
I love when he still gets it and I'm frozen. At least I'm laughing. At least I'm smiling.
Oh yeah.
At least I froze with a big old smile on my face.
But I don't. When I get lost in the grocery store and I end up and there's like
you're still frozen on my end, but I guess you're streaming all right in Twitch.
Yeah, I can hear you. So whatever.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah, because I can see I have the Twitch. The stream up, so I'm like watching you talk, and I'm like, oh, he's fine. I look like an idiot, but Josh is fine.
Well, I mean,
that's good.
You don't need to be frozen to do that. No. But yeah, I'm just not. Shut up. I'm just not sure if, adding alcohol to Target, which is already full of things that you probably don't need. Not sure alcohol is a great
I think
idea.
that's the gimmick, right? Like the gimmick is you drink, you make bad decisions, you buy the $5,000 television because you had like one too many whiskey sours. You're like, oh, here's another whiskey sour. Oh, such a good idea to buy the Chinese.
I can't talk too much trash. There was a year when I lived in a city that had an outlet mall inside of it. Like it was blocks from my house. And I had someone come pick me up, and I had a thermos full of alcohol. And I got drunk while people watching because I don't do, what is that, Black Friday stuff? But it was fun people watching and getting just shit-faced.
People watching is the best. It's a really fun pastime.
It is. In my job of escorting people, there's a lot of people watching. That happens before the escorting.
I just like that you use the word escorting because there are escort services, and so people. I hope new listeners think that you're like an escort, like that kind of escort.
Yes, you could pay for this.
Are you looking for a date? Are you looking for someone to take you out to fancy dinner? Well, or no, you'd be taking him out to a fancy dinner because you'll be the sugar mama, looking to impress and make other men jealous.
You looking for an hour of good dinner conversation and 3.5 minutes of fun?
Do you like Sesame Street? Because we could talk about that all day with the Josh escort service. There you go.
What's your favorite Muppet, baby?
Like what? What?
I show up as a full. No, see, you pay for me, and then I show up in a full suit Muppet costume, like Sweetums.
I was gonna say as like Oscar or something, but yeah, sure.
No, Oscar was a two-man puppet. But like
even the rat's a one-man puppet, I think.
But he's not a full size.
Rizzo. Oh.
I'm saying like Big Bird is full size, one person. Sweetums.
You've got your first customer. You've got your first customer.
Oh, sweet.
Earl would pay for that.
That'd be awesome.
Your first customer.
Then I'd have to like stay in character as Sweetums, which would just be a challenge.
Yeah, that sounds hard.
I mean, you'd have to.
Like
Sweetums is like you got to channel. Yeah, you gotta reach in there and find some butters. But like with a lot more testosterone. Because he's always getting left behind.
Sure.
He's always getting left out.
Oh.
And he's always trying to catch up to everybody.
This is what you can have if you pick him up at the Target bar.
Yeah. That's my fucking pickup line right there. I saw the Twitter always has like little trends that go on throughout the day. And speaking of
yes.
Muppets, because it was the Muppets' 55th birthday. I saw it on the same weekend where people were like, if people, you'll block people for whatever reason, I'll block people if they blah, 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 blah. Whatever the thing was. And I saw people saying, I'll block people if they say anything bad about the Muppets.
I mean, what bad is there to say about the Muppets? I don't know.
I don't know, because I'm on that same boat. If somebody said something bad about the Muppets, I'd block them too.
The Muppets are too expensive to get if you want your own. There you go. There's something bad.
Oh, if you try to Muppetize
the
yourself?
Muppets are expensive. Oh, no, because I've seen that movie with Brendan Fraser, and I don't know. I don't want to look like that. I don't want to look like a flappy head. I want to look like a creature. If I'm gonna be Muppified, I want to look like a creature.
like Francis voice on like a just anything, just a Muppet, just a well, you said creature, so it'd have to be like a background character.
Yeah, well, I mean, Oscar, Cookie Monster,
Well, yeah.
like, there's a lot of generic Muppets in there, like.
I wouldn't call them
Generic
generic.
Sesame Street. Well, in the sense of like their features are minimal, right? They have a different color fur, they have a different type of fur, but they have the googly eyes and they have the flappy mouth, right?
Right.
Like that's their defining features: the googly eyes and the flappy mouth.
And
then
you
there's
don't
other
want
stuff
that.
attached. No, I
No.
want to be like a snuffleupagus or like a big bird or something where there's a little more detail.
Okay.
Yeah, a little more.
There was a clip of, I think it was like 14 years.
You're not late. You
It
are late, but that's okay.
was like 14 years into Sesame Street before all the rest of the adults saw Snuffleupagus for the first time. Somebody had posted a clip, or the Muppet account posted it, and it was just all the adults just dumbfounded, all their mouths just slack jawed, going, "What the hell?"
Were they able? I don't. For
No.
some reason, I just
It was
always.
it was
Big Bird's imagination.
It was Big Bird's imaginary friend, but then they made him real,
Oh, good.
or they at least made it so all the adults could see him for the first time, or I don't know.
Sure.
I just saw that. I just saw that
saying,
on the
I wanna-
Twitters.
Like Bert and Ernie have more detail than than like Elmo. Elmo's just red with the googly eyes. I want to have like weird hair or like.
I was this weekend years old when I found out that the voice of Elmo is the exact same voice as Baby Dinosaur from Dinosaurs.
Wait, the original voice actor had to change him. Are you saying it's the new one or the old one?
Whoever was
I know Elmo's voice is
the original voice actor of Elmo
okay.
was the voice actor for the Baby Dinosaur in that series, and it's the exact same voice.
That makes sense. Not the mama. That makes sense.
Yeah, not the mama. You can hear it. You can hear it.
Yeah.
It's exactly Elmo's voice.
Yeah, totally hear it.
It might Elmo. I think is maybe a little more rasped. Rasped. You know what I'm trying to say. A little more raspy.
Yeah.
Maybe, but it's basically the same voice.
I mean, Grover and Yoda are the same voice, except one speaks a different way. Grover and Yoda, the exact same voices.
Grover, Miss Piggy, Fozzie, and Yoda all are the same, acted by the same person.
I mean, they're the same guy.
Grover was Dave Getz, something like David Getz, I think.
Wasn't Frank Oz?
No.
Oh.
Frank Oz may have supplemented Grover's voice here and there, but Grover was David Getz, I think.
I mean, maybe. I mean, sure. Look,
You're in front of a computer. You could tell me if I'm wrong or not.
Okay. Yeah, no, Frank Oz did voice Grover.
Okay. Frank Oz did Grover?
Originally. And then Eric Jacobson has performed the character regularly since 1998. So Eric Jacobson has been the voice for the last 30 years.
Okay. Well, I could be wrong.
Yoda.
Okay, but still fair. Fozzie.
I just don't want to show you up in the middle of the show.
No,
like that.
Doesn't. No, I'm just saying. I thought whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sesame Street, rad. Always a good time. Anytime. The first season really had the first couple seasons really had all the best songs, like Rubber Ducky, Mana. There's another one that I'm.
Did they do anything for it? Did they actually have like a celebration or like an event or something?
No.
Was it just?
It was just a thing. It was celebrated on the social medias, and that's about it. by a handful of accounts.
I gue- I guess 60 is not that big a deal. You know, it's not 75. It's not one of those cool numbers like 50, 75, and 100, right? It's like, yeah, it's 60.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But still, great times
No,
with
that's
the
cool,
Sesame
though.
Street.
Good for them. Yeah.
Lots
Still
of.
on. They're still
It's on HBO,
on Max. Yeah, that's weird.
which is just odd. It's not on. I mean, I think it is on public television, but it airs later.
On HBO first, yeah, and
Yeah.
it airs on HBO. If you want the newest Sesame Street, you gotta go catch it on HBO on the home broadcasting, whatever.
Home box office.
No, home box office.
Yeah. Which is that's just odd for children's education show that started on a public access channel.
It's like you can only watch it if it's on Netflix. It's like,
You can
yeah,
only watch it if you
doesn't make
pay a
sense.
monthly fee for it.
It's like, where are the kids gonna get $8 a month or whatever, or $12 a month?
Well, I mean, if it was on Netflix, then they can get wrestling and Sesame Street.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
Next year, starting in January,
Yeah, WWE.
WWE is going to start airing Raw, Monday Night Raw, live via Netflix.
That's weird because Netflix doesn't do live.
They are stepping into the live category as of January.
Wait till they start doing live sports on places like Netflix.
Well, I mean, you can argue that wrestling is or isn't a sport.
Oh, that's true. I meant like you're right. I apologize. Yes, you're right. Yeah, it is a sport. I mean, it's a sport. That's freaking athletic.
Yeah.
No one can say it's not athletic, so that's a sport. But yeah, like more sports on like instead of having to purchase the stupid NFL or NHL.
I mean,
or whatever. Like, you have to purchase like those channels.
Right, but I mean, it's not too far fetched of an idea, being that Thursday night football is on Prime.
Yeah. I mean, I don't watch it, but yeah.
I mean,
Like,
I don't
I'm just
either.
saying,
When I open up Prime Amazon on my fucking computer, the first thing I don't want to see is a football game.
you get okay. I know we talked about this. I don't watch much Prime, but have you watched it recently? How are the ads on Prime? I haven't watched
Recently, I've been actually utilizing their all the free channels, like their live free channels, whatever that category is. I think it's live TV.
Oh.
The commercials on there are very minimal. But
Oh, nice. Okay. Good.
when I watch
Good.
Prime Video videos, say I'm going to watch Top Gear, I might end up with a 1.5, 2 minute commercial break.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Gross.
Even in movies, there was a movie I was watching the other day. It said there'd be minimal commercial breaks during this, and I'm like, why?
We're already paying.
Yeah,
through
we're
Prime
for
this.
paying for
Why are
Prime.
we-
Now I have I paid for Prime to get rid of commercials and have access to
Yeah.
basically all these instant programs, and now throwing commercials in there.
The joke is that we're gonna go back to this is just going back around to where it's cable, but it's online cable. So in other words, they're just gonna
So there's going to be three fucking. They're going to be whittled down to two places where you can get all your streaming from, and you're going to have to get both if you
that
want
too.
this channel over here because it's not offered over there.
Yeah.
If I wasn't such a wrestling nerd, I would even have fucking TV. Because really all I have TV for at this point, that and hockey. But
What about boxing? Would you watch it for boxing?
well, I haven't really watched a lot of boxing. The boxing after the 80s kind of in the early 90s kind of lost its flair for me. Its excitement with all the drama and all the controversy behind boxing. It just took the fun out of watching boxing. But the family always got Tyson fights.
Oh.
We paid the,
right.
whatever the amount of money it was to watch 90 seconds of the main event.
Was it really was that quick?
Some of his fights, yes, were first round knockouts.
Okay. Wow.
But, there was like a good concert. There was plenty of warm up fights before the main event.
Oh, sure.
But,
right. Yeah.
you pay for the main event. You're not really paying attention to the undercard for the most part.
No.
You pay attention when someone gets their
Not
fucking
usually.
their dick knocked into the dirt, but you don't really pay attention otherwise. It's like going to a baseball game. Nobody pays attention unless you hear the bat crack, and then you got to figure out where the ball is so you don't get hit by it. And as soon as you realize you're safe, then you start cheering.
You're too busy staring into your foot-long hot dog or like having,
I saw some asshole on the social medias talking about the 999 challenge. 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings. A beer and a hot dog for every inning.
That's a lot of hot dogs, dude.
That's a lot of beer.
That's a lot of hot dogs. Yeah, that's a lot of beer. That's true. You have to finish the whole whatever cup of beer. Okay. However big that is. I don't know how usually.
Probably
whatever
16.
That is. So 9, you'd be gone.
And you'd have to shit really badly the next day.
Target's going to be so excited that you drank 9 beers. I mean,
Target,
not Target, but like, yeah. Well, they have a bar.
If you watched a baseball game in Target that had a bar, and they still had the old school hot popcorn corner, then you could go arrive, get you a hot dog, get you a beer, run to the electronics department, watch an inning, then run back.
999, yeah, you can do it. You can totally do it.
The fuck were we just talking about before all that?
Well, we were talking about baseball and whether or not we pay for to watch things.
And then started talking about boxing. I'm not going to be paying for anything this weekend, but there's ways to watch it. Tyson.
To watch what?
The Tyson and one of the Pauls, the one that doesn't wrestle, is boxing Tyson in some sort of exhibition match. Granted, I think they're 2-minute rounds, 2 or 3 minute rounds, but it's exhibition. They're probably going to be wearing headgear as well, but. Holy shit, I can't wait. I can't wait. Because I think it's totally possible to get a concussion through headgear. And I'm not wishing brain damage upon anybody or violence or anybody to get hurt. But I remember when I was a kid and I was playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I never thought we'd actually get to see it in real life. If whatever Paul family member dyes his hair dark like a black and comes out with a green and black get up like Lil Joe,
oh god,
it would just be even better. Tyson is 6,000 years old. He's about as old as Yoda, but the dude can still move.
Yeah, they showed training videos of them getting ready for this fight. At the time, Jake Paul had like a beer belly or something. He had like a big old belly, and muscle. He had muscle, but he had a belly. And then Tyson looked great. Like he was in fighting shape.
I think he's 60 something.
Whatever age it is. Yeah.
Like the dude looks like a damn machine. yes, he's older. You can see that he's older. He doesn't move like he did when he was 18, winning gold and shit.
Yeah.
But Golden Gloves, whatever he won, besides every belt ever. But I saw a video the other day of him training. I think it's called the peekaboo punch. They showed him back in the day training where I can't explain the move, but basically he comes from a weird angle after basically turning away from you.
Oh.
And then you come in and punch him on the completely unprotected side. And they showed him training back in the day when he was doing the move, and he's just a blur and a fist going by. Doing it now, and he's like, he has not lost any of his like footwork. Boxing's got a lot to do with footwork, and you know, deacon and
He's got the muscle memory.
yeah. When I say he's going to murder this person, I don't think he's actually going to commit an actual murder, death, kill.
No.
But
No,
he's
no,
going to knock this dude's dick in the dirt and then use it to bury him with it.
What's funny is apparently they're already asking Jake Paul who his next opponent will be after Tyson. So I guess this is going to be a regular thing where he's going to fight professional boxers now.
The ICU is going to be his next opponent. Fucking oh damn it! I can't think of what kind of doctor it is. The ones that help you learn how to walk and talk again.
A therapist?
Which one?
Oh no, occupational therapist. Is it a physical therapist or
Occupational therapist. You got it.
Yeah, he's gonna be woozy after this fight. Sure.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that the work gods will bless down upon me a time for me to go watch it, whether I'm there or not. I hope that I can watch the fight, or at least clips of it.
It'd be really funny if it was a big enough event that places are quite. It's like you know how Super Bowl Sunday, like it's a pretty much not a desert, but it's pretty like the number of people out and about is smaller because everyone's inside watching this thing. I'm curious if there's enough people interested to be like, I'm not going to go out tonight. I want to go see Jake Paul and Mike Tyson duke it out. Like, I'm curious if there's anyone who's like that interested.
I don't know.
I'd be surprised.
I'll look around and see if what's that place called? Dave and Buster's is airing it, or Chili's,
gauge the temperature. On that one.
Applebees or something like that.
Applebees. The Applebee's IHOP might be showing up.
Exactly. Maybe the Target, with the bar.
Target bar.
Yeah. There was something you wanted to bring up, and I can't remember what it was.
No, well, because Jake Paul's a streamer, and I wanted to talk about just kind of.
That's right. There's some streamer that got in hot water.
Yeah. I like seeing justice done. I've been following this guy. His name is his I forget what his real name is, but his streamer name is Johnny Somali. Is
his stream all about tasting wine?
He's not a sommelier.
There was the joke I told you
it's
about
like Somalia,
an hour
like
ago. Been saving that one just for you for the hour. I bit my tongue when you told me the name. I was like, oh, I know what I'm saying in an hour.
I'm glad you saved it because I appreciate it. So he's a streamer for
he's a terrorist streamer.
Competitive. He's a terrorist streamer He would go. He was already kicked out of Japan for um, essentially harassing the Japanese people, being
Because that's
loud,
what you do,
playing
apparently.
offensive music while in the subway.
When you're if you're a streamer like us, when we go to Japan,
Yeah.
apparently we have to fucking be an asshole to their culture and their people, and do everything, every social faux pas possible, because that's what you're supposed to do. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, yeah. He's an idiot. Even around the people, he would scream out Hiroshima, Nagasaki, because he's stupid. Like he's just a guy who wants to annoy.
And he's like
People.
19
Anyway.
or something like that. So like he just learned about it a few weeks ago
Yeah,
in the
he's in his
school.
20s. He's in it. He's he's somewhere in his 20s. I'm not sure because he can drink, so he's in his 20s.
Okay.
Well, he went to South Korea, and South Korea. So this is when I really started following. In Japan, he got kicked out. He got arrested for like like a few weeks. He got arrested in Japan. So he whatever, no big deal. In that sense,
Probably
South
banned
Korea,
from the country.
banned from the country. He also went to Israel and got arrested there as well. I don't know if he's banned from Israel, but he also tried to cause trouble in Israel, which I thought was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
And now he's in South Korea doing the same thing where he molested a sacred statue, and he deep faked having a relationship with another Korean streamer. Okay, so that might not sound bad, right? Like, fine, but it is.
I mean, the first part,
It's very cultural. It's very.
I mean, I'm into humping inanimate objects,
the
but
statue.
like sacred, statues.
Yeah,
I draw my limit there,
Here's what's
but like,
worse.
a cop car, an unattended cop car, yeah, I'll hump the shit out of that, as long as someone's taking a picture of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's different. I mean, yeah, because sometimes you can't just help but love a car.
Exactly.
You just can't help and yeah.
Oh,
But
this
yeah, so
light
he
bar.
did to a sacred statue. And there's video of him. This is how they kind of like started racking up the charges. There's video of him at a convenience store. You're not supposed to drink alcohol in public, but they give you cups with ice so you can get regular drinks with them. And instead, he fills it up with alcohol. He gets a noodle thing because you can get like instant noodles there as well in convenience stores. You can heat it up and eat it. There's like a little table you can eat it there, right? So this is what he does. He puts the water into the thing. He lets it boil or whatever. He lets it cook, and then he pours the water all over the table. And he starts throwing noodles out the door of the convenience store at people passing by. He just throw noodles at them, and then when the convenience store owner or rep would come by, he's like, "Stop being racist. Why are you being racist?" or something to that effect, right? To the point where he is now barred from leaving the country of South Korea, and is looking, hopefully, to get up to 17 years in prison in South Korea,
Here's the thing.
being a nuisance and all that stuff.
The Japanese people, they're
Yes.
all about culture and traditions and whatnot, but at the end of the day, they're really nice.
Yes. Yes. 100%. Yeah.
They're really nice. They're going to slap you on the wrist and say, "You can't do that. Don't come back. Thank you. Have a good day." South Koreans aren't Japanese.
No. No.
And
No. As a matter of fact.
they don't fuck around. Because, well, I don't want to say that as a matter of fact, but, the U.S. has been injecting their DNA, into South Korea for many, many, many decades. And, we just don't, the South Koreans don't fuck around.
No. No. And this guy was such a nuisance that Korean streamers, before he got arrested, Korean streamers were hunting him down just to beat him up just to punch him in the face.
I'm all for
Right?
it.
Like they were so they hated this guy so much. Like we got to we'll what's called stream sniping. So you watch their streams so you can figure out where they are, and then you go there. And so
it's like that geo finding game, but more fun because it's real people and you can go punch somebody for real.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know this. I know where this random 4-way stop is. That guy is streaming right there.
They were so adamant on finding this guy that he also challenged them too on stream. He's like, try and find me. You can't. So he was challenging people anyway already, but he thought he could get away with it because he would record himself on a white background, on a white wall. But his big mistake was he ordered pizza once, and the video went to the box of the local pizza place where he bought the pizza, and people were able to determine which hotel he was in based off of that pizza. Based off of the pizza.
We can triangulate the hotel based on the pizza. Someone call that pizza place and pressure them.
It was the sheer amount. So I'm hoping, because I know there's copycats like him who are out right now in Japan and
good movie,
these kind of East Asian countries. Yeah. What?
Good movie. Sigourney Weaver.
Really? That's a movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's got like vertigo or something. She can't leave the house. What's that called? Kleptomania?
Oh.
No.
No.
That's people that really like that. Those are people that really like to leave the house.
Kleptomania is stealing. Agoraphobia is staying in
That's
the
it.
It's a fear of the outside.
That's it. And I don't remember. I think she gets it from being attacked in her past, and then like the movie's taking place in the present day, and then there's a copycat person that's bothering her through the movie. I don't remember. It's been like 20 years since I've seen it.
Is it Bill Murray?
No, but that would have made the movie a comedy instead of a suspenseful movie. I mean, if you were going to be stalked and antagonized by somebody, I mean, Bill Murray is the person to do it.
Didn't he kind of do that in Ghostbusters? Was that Sigourney Weaver was in Ghostbusters, right? Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah, I think it was Sigourney Weaver that's in this movie I'm talking about. Gozer.
Okay.
The gatekeeper.
In Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I think she was in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I hope they use this guy as an example. I hope that this stops other people from doing stupid stuff. Because I want to travel to these places eventually. I don't want to stream there.
No, hell no.
I don't want to travel without people wondering, like, if I take my camera out to take a picture of something, they don't assume I'm going to do something stupid. You know?
Right.
Taking out my camera
I mean,
to take a picture.
There's very likely that we're going to do something stupid, but we're not going to bother anybody while we're doing it. Exactly. That's basically the rule of Japan. If you don't know shit about Japan, know that. Yeah. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't bother anybody while you're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was nice to everyone there.
Well, you should be anyway.
They were mean. Yeah.
Even if you're mean because you didn't speak Japanese.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Some people out there, they're like, learn the language. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Most people were really nice.
Fucking trying, man. You don't have enough vowels.
Ow.
I don't know. They have plenty of vowels, actually. They don't have enough consonants. I'm looking at my list down here. I think we talked about everything.
I was going to say, but that's it for me on that topic.
I mean, it's been a few weeks. Like we were saying at the beginning, just work schedules. I was sick. I didn't have much of a voice, and I definitely didn't have the energy to bring the juice, as I like to say. So, you know, these things happen. I think there was a day Francis and I were gonna do something, and then I spaced out. And the same weekend I was sick. I spaced out on time, and Francis texted me like, "Are we doing this?" And I'm like, "We doing what?" Oh shit.
all good, man.
Yeah, but we're here
Look,
now.
we're getting also close to the. We're getting close to the holidays, which is blowing my mind. Like, I feel like yesterday it was January, and now it's the holidays.
I know it is pretty crazy. I
So
was
like, they're
speaking with the girlfriend about how it feels like just a few weeks ago we were having the New Year's sleepover, and like what the year went by really fast, which I think happens the older
you
you
guys are gonna
get.
go to
Maybe
Bucky's this year, right?
went to Bucky's a couple times this year, but
I mean, but like for the holidays, you guys are going to Bucky's
I mean,
because you
maybe
guys love that place.
maybe
Yeah.
they had all their Christmas stuff out already the last time we were there, so I don't know. I don't know if
Yes.
we'll be going back up there. I don't know what supplies she needs from there other than just spending money to go just to go.
You know, I've been saying to people,
And they're opening another
calm
one
down.
actually.
Oh God, really?
Yeah, they're gonna open one. They're planning for it right now in between the Springs and here. So like for the people that don't know, which would probably be most of the people listening to this, the Colorado Springs is like an hour and a half south of the Denver metro area. So they're going to put it somewhere in between the Springs and Denver.
Colorado's getting all of the like coastal stuff. You're getting Bucky's, you're getting In and Out. Like, all you need now is the freaking White Castle, and you're set. Just get the
Fucking,
White Castle.
can we get a White Castle
What
and
else
a
do you
Big
need?
Bob's Big Boy?
No, well, Bob Big. Well, we only have like one or two in California, right? And
Well,
that's like
that's true.
home of Bob's. So like
That's
that's a
true.
dying institution, sadly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love for it because Bob's is really good, and I ate with Jim Cummings there, voice of Winnie the Pooh and Darkwing Duck. I mean, I say I ate with him. He sat beside me at the
Hey,
counter.
we had dinner with
we
Nichelle Nichols one night. You know, we
we
were in different tables, but she was right next to us.
yeah, I watched a movie with Ashton Kutcher. I mean, we were in the same theater, but we sat in different chairs, like really far away from each other. And he was with three smoking hot models, but that's fine. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I sold Terrell Davis. This doesn't work. I sold Terrell Davis a PlayStation 1.
What? You've already told the story of who you sold weed to. You always tell that story.
Yeah, I sold weed to what the fuck is his name? I want to say Clinton Portis. I think that's right.
I want to say Martin Short, but it wasn't Martin Short. It was
No,
it was,
well, I've sold weed to a lot of different people, but what's the guy's name? He's the guy in fucking all the things, and he's snarky as fuck, and
yeah, he was in all of the
Black
he
Sheep
was
and
in
the fucking other movie,
Yeah.
the PCU, and the other one,
yeah.
fat
Yeah.
guy in a little coat. What the fuck is that movie called?
Yeah.
You know, what's your favorite? What's your favorite little rascal? Alfalfa
he
or
played-
Yankee or whatever.
He played
Dana
David
Carvey.
Spade. He played
David Spade. Yes,
Oh, is it
I
Dana
denied David Spade from buying weed.
like Dana Carvey.
I mean, that
yeah,
would have been
David
fucking
Spade.
rad too, but I would have made him do Ross Perot the whole fucking time.
Oh, that'd been not yeah. Not Garth. You Ross
Yeah,
Perot.
no, I'd want him to be
Right,
Ross
yeah.
because Ross Perot buying weed's a hell of a lot more funny than Garth buying weed.
That's true. Well, yeah, because Garth buying weed is
So
Garth
you
buying
expect
weed, like,
that,
that's typical.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Ross Perot
Not
buying
Ross
weed,
Perot, that's true.
that's funny.
Oh man.
You gonna give me a tip? Not gonna do it.
Or church lady. He could be church lady.
Yes,
Or whatever.
that would have been
Or
fine
that
too.
church lady SNL bit. Yeah.
If Stuart
Um,
Smalley came in, who the fuck was that? Daryl
he died, didn't he? The guy who played him.
Oh, I don't know.
It was. Oh no, it's here I got it. It's he's played by Al Franken.
Oh,
Congressman Al Franken.
wasn't he like disgraced congressman for a little bit, or is he graced again? Or am I confusing him with somebody else?
Am I thinking the right? I might be thinking of somebody else because I thought that there was a comedian or somebody who became a congressman who had a picture of him taken where he was grabbing the boobs of a sleeping female army person.
Oh,
like, oh yeah,
that they do that in the army all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, who cares? I
Getting groped in the army is like, like getting patted on the back in fucking football.
Yeah.
Like the butt slap ass. Boob grab, slap ass, it's the same thing basically. It's just different sports. I don't know.
So, anyway.
Just disparaging fucking everybody.
Might as well. We're there. Look, it's been a few weeks. We're allowed, I think.
Yeah, well,
we're allowed.
You don't, like I said at the beginning, there's no real meat here. We're just here to have some fun. When we put our serious faces on, then the theme music will be different. There'll be this like undertone of seriousness playing throughout.
God, I wish we could get the guy who originally did the theme song to make it like, like how they used to do how they would make sad music out of sitcom themes, like up and happy sitcom theme songs. They would just make a sad version of it where it's like just a piano and it's done really slowly.
Or like,
I'd love for that for dun 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 dun. Like,
I was gonna say, or like when they would do like the Halloween version of the theme song or the Christmas version of the theme song.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to go on Fiverr or something. Get somebody to do that for us.
Look, I'm already paying one motherfucker enough. All right. I think there'd have to be some sort of double down payment if you have someone remix a song that you're already paying for.
Oh, that you don't own?
Yeah, that you don't already own. Here, remix a song I don't own. Don't worry about rights. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Just make sure it's less than 30 seconds. It's called free use. But yeah, so I think that's everything for this week. Francis, do you have anything else to add? No, the shaking and nodding your head doesn't work for the fucking people that are listening to this, but Francis doesn't have anything else to add apparently. So that's the end of the show for this week. Hopefully we're back next Tuesday for the same bat time, same bat channel. What?
I'm crossing my fingers. There you go.
Do you have an animation for finger crossing too? Is your camera that fucking cool?
No, it does. I don't. Sadly, no, my camera isn't as cool as I thought it'd be.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Well, tell everybody cool things like where they can find you on the internet.
Synergy, aka the other guy on the new and everyone now popular Blue Sky. Matt, aka the other guy there. I mentioned it once on Twitter, and somebody found me on Blue Sky without me giving out my username because they knew Synergy. So that's Blue Sky, Instagram, Twitter, etc. SincerSarcasm.net, and of course, Super Geeked Up, which is a live Wednesday improv thingy that I do as well. That's going on tomorrow, or whenever Wednesday you're listening to this.
Or whenever, but it's on Wednesdays. I like to be on there sometimes too and like completely derail their show.
I like that you make an entrance though. You like announce you're there. Like that's my favorite part is when you announce that you're there.
Yeah. Well, it's my gimmick. It's my thing. What isn't my thing?
It's like, oh, there he is.
What isn't my thing, Francis, is synergy. I thought I had a thing. I didn't know what it meant. I thought it was just a cool way to win at Scrabble. But I don't. Email what?
I won't tell anyone that. I won't tell anyone that I got the theme of the idea of synergy from you. But go on.
Okay, I gotta hurry. So you can email us at thepoapodcast@gmail.com. Text, voicemail, call into the show. 314-764-7631. Spells out POI Pod 1. There's somewhat of a theme going there. All the places that you listen to, just look up the POI Podcast, look up Points of Interest. Message me. I'll let you know where to find it. We'll be back next week. The music's ending. The show's ending. I'm out of things to talk about. We're done. Bye.